Well, it's official. The Buccaneers have beaten the Detroit Lions, and we are finally back into the postseason. Oh my God, it's been a long time coming since I've been covering this from 2016 when Jameis Winston was still on the team. And the combination of Tom Brady and Blaine Gabbert got us this 10th win of the season and a postseason playoff seed. So right now, we currently have the 5th seed going into the playoffs. Danes against the Falcons back at home might change things whether or not we win or lose next week. But for now, it's time to celebrate because, man, it feels good to be back into the playoffs after a 13-year drought of not being in one. But enough about that. Let's talk about the game today and how the Buccaneers trampled the Lions 47-7. Offensively and defensively, we just slaughtered the Lions. The only way they were going to score a touchdown was on a punt return, which Jamal Agnew did on a 74-yarder for a touchdown in the third quarter. But outside of that, it's been Buccaneers all day long. Tom Brady going 22 of 27 for 348 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Blaine Gabbert following suit with a nice 9 of 15, 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans getting his 13th receiving touchdown, which pretty much just beats out his team record of having 12 touchdowns for a year. And he also came through with 10 catches and 181 yards. Well, yeah, if he keeps this up, if he has these kind of numbers next week against Atlanta, he could easily surpass 1,000 yards receiving again and keep his consecutive 1,000-yard seasons rolling. Right now, he's got 6 of them. Hey, we give it to Mike Evans enough times and he gains enough yardage, we can make it 7. Keyshawn Vaughn and Leonard Fournette did pretty well in this game. Leonard Fournette had 9 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. Keyshawn Vaughn had 15 carries for 62 yards, averaging 4.1 yards a carry. And Keyshawn Vaughn, he'll definitely be a good asset for the Buccaneers going into the near future in place of Ronald Jones, who is still out today on COVID. He was on COVID reserve. And defensively, we just pretty much just destroyed the Lions. Matt Stafford had to go because he rolled his ankle. So it gave us an easy opportunity to dominate Chase Daniel, who was sacked 3 times for a loss of 29 yards, and David Blau, who we intercepted and sacked for a loss of 10 yards. Their rushing offense with DeAndre Swift, we just held it in check. DeAndre Swift just had 10 carries, 45 yards. And overall, the team had 15 carries for 73 yards. So our rushing defense came through again. And we certainly held Detroit in check when it came to checking with 21 receptions for 152 yards. On offense, our weapons, Mike Evans got 2 touchdowns. Chris Godwin had 1 touchdown. Brady the Gronk, man, he got 2 of those things. And Antonio Brown also got a touchdown going on forward. Uh, the only negative I will say is Ryan Suckup. He just sort of been off this game, but then again, we didn't need him to play 100% because the Lions just sucked a big one today with the loss of Matt Stafford. Yeah, on our defense, Devin White has 1 sack, picking up from last week when he had 3 against the Falcons. Shaquille Barrett had 3 tackles and 1 for a loss. William Golston had a sack. Anthony Nelson had a sack. Jeremiah Ledbetter had a sack in this game. Then Herb Miller had an interception. And for our fumble recovery, we were able to tackle DeAndre Swift early on in the third quarter when they got the kickoff. And Jordan Whitehead recovered in order to get Blaine Gabbert a 25-yard bomb or 22-yard bomb for a touchdown to start off his game. Man, it feels really good to finally be back into the playoffs. Now, there is a big question with what we're going to do with Tom Brady next week against the Falcons. Is Bruce Arians going to sit him out and let Blaine Gabbert show what he has to do? Because I believe the time is now for Blaine Gabbert to prove that he's got what it takes to lead the team. Because with Tom Brady going to be retiring in about 2 years, somebody needs to take over as quarterback. But either way, it was a great win for us. It's great for our playoff ambitions. And yeah, this all but ensures that Minnesota is definitely knocked out of the postseason. Now it's between Arizona and Chicago for who gets that final spot. So either way you look at it, if we win or lose next week against the Falcons, I'm going to be grinning because, man, whoever we face in the fourth seed in the playoffs, whether it be Washington or New York, whoever it's going to be, we're going to win the wild card round for sure. So pack it on in, Buccaneers fans. We're a playoff bound team once again.